Hi guys. Leo, kwanza I'm gonna do this as I'm taking my tea. Leo, I want us to talk about rejection. So I woke up in the morning and like the only thing that was running through my mind is the word rejection. So I've not done basically a lot of research on it. So I just want to touch on it, just basing on what I think, what I've seen people go through, what I have experienced as an individual, and basically, I hope it is something that we all can relate with. So for those who don't know me, this is Zoe'ivy, and this is the Single Parenting Show. Today's topic is rejection. So, as per my understanding, I think rejection is the feeling of being unwanted, unaccepted, not being understood, and basically, for me, I believe rejection stems down from someone growing up. Most of the time, your upbringing, and if not that, the experiences that we go through along the way as we grow, as we mature into the person we are, and as we try to discover ourselves and our capabilities. Now, for me, this is where I want to start. I believe for me, my rejection stems down from a tender age. That is how I feel, because I think as I grow up, I've grown up feeling like I'm that child that is never understood, and I'm that child who has to do a lot to just prove my worth, and I'm that child who is outspoken. And I think that is a very big problem that I'm actually trying to deal with at the moment. I speak my mind. And this, I've learned this from my parents. It's something, a trait I inherited. I speak my mind. I say what I think. I say what I know. And I've come to realize sometimes I don't need to speak. I don't. Because when I speak my mind, especially kwa vitu zingine ambazo they're really heavy, I think it comes out wrong. Yeah, so I've learned to just keep quiet and not say anything at all. And the problem I think most of us who our rejection is stemming down from a tender age, is the fact that we felt like our siblings were being treated way better than us. Our siblings didn't have to work twice as hard to get things. And I think this is a problem that most of us are experiencing. Unaona ni kama bradhako ama sisterko, yuko na the upper hand in everything. And no matter what you do, the light you want to shine in that family is never ever seen. You know? And as time goes by, these things start weighing you down. Unaona ni kama your parents are against you. Your parents do not understand you. And sometimes, ni ukweli. You know? And when you tell them your heart, they're like you're immature. You know, wewe ni mtu mzima, hizo ni nini, wache mtoto. And those words actually eat you up. So, kama you're in that shoe of unaonanga sister yako anatretiwa better than you, unaonanga brother yako anapewa kila kitu, wewe uko tu hapo. Wewe ukitisha kitu, hata ukipewa, either itafuatwa na matusi, ama itafuatwa na kugombanishwa, ama itafuatwa na kelele tu mingi. And what do you decide? You just pull back and you withdraw. That is one. Number two, from what I'm thinking and from what I've seen, kuna ile rejection yenye mtu who feel and ina stem from relationships zenye mtu amekuwa nazo. So this can be one, either with your relatives, either with your friends, ama the people you're dating. And it's like with your relatives, mkienda mahali unaonanga kuna wale watoto ndio kusema the family zile ni za kusema. So wewe uko tu hapo, no one recognizes you, no one thinks you're shit. By the way, wewe ni wale tu by the way ako sawa, maisha iendelee. Unaona, vitu zikipangwa hakuna mtu anakuinvolve, no one cares about your opinion, you know. And somehow you sit down and you ask yourself, yani these people don't think I can contribute anything positive in this family. Yani wanaona mimi ni worthless. Yani these guys wananibebaje, you know. Na kuna zile zinaitwa ile rejection, inatoka from relationships. Let's talk about people you've dated and people who treat you like trash. And somehow, and you know, this is the funny thing, most people cling to people who don't treat them right. Unapigia chali ama unapigia dem anakuongelesha vibaya, unataka nini si useme? Unataka awe kwenda, you know. And they hurt you, but still you find such people who treat you so badly, they have like a small good side. And as an individual who is so in love, you usually say, you feel like the good side one day will dominate, na kale ka bad side kata deplete. So you keep on clinging and you keep on hoping and you keep on taking shit, you taking insults. Wengine mna disrespectiwa mbele ya watu, wengine unaona the person you're dating ana flat na madem, picking calls in front of you, and you know you're just there and you keep on hoping things are gonna change, because ati uko nje, you know, sahi hakuna chalimpoa, hakuna dempoa, so mimi navumilia tu, huyu ni wangu nitampenda hivyo. And and you know this guy is rejecting you na, and this lady is rejecting you na anakuonyesha, but wewe umekwama tu hapo na kaleka hope. Then kuna hii ya friendship, you're in a clique and you feel like the odd one out. Unaona? Wewe ndio unakuanga odd one out ever. Akina Sue, akina Njeri, akina Jonte, akina Alan au ndio So uko hapo lakini unakaa tu kondo, unafuatanga. Anything is happening in the clique, you're the last to know, but bado tu unajipeleka. Niko hapa guy, mimi hata sikujua, nimejua leo asubuhi but nimekaa. Ni birthdays, wase the people in your group buy each other gifts, but wewe ikifika birthday yako unaambia tu happy birthday na umekaa hapo kama ng'ombe. Watu wakienda uko nje wanachukua selfie, unaonanga mko watano, ama wewe ndio unaambiwa ngwa unawekwa huko mwisho, au wengine watu wameshikana hivi huko tu hapo. Ama every time unaenda unajipelekesha na hiyo group out, wewe ndio unakuanga cameraman, shika nani tushikie, tupige picha na uko tu hapo. And then you keep on asking yourself, mbona hawa say uni exclusive? Yes, I am there, but it's like I am non-existent. And you keep on asking yourself, what is the problem? Am I not good enough? Am I not beautiful enough to hang around with these people? Don't they think I have like enough cash to hang around with them? You know, kama ni mabrathe, stories zikipigwa tu, wewe unakuanga by the way, wanakulenga mbaya. But uko tu hapo, umekaa tu kama zuzu. Now, it is normal to actually it is normal to feel rejected. But I guess how you act during that whole time, during when you're in your feelings, when you're thinking about these things that are really hurting you, that is gonna determine a lot. It's gonna determine your end game. And for me, I will say this. I think I've battled with that feeling of rejection for a long time. And even now, I still battle it. And most people see me happy, and someone will say, hey, this chick has it all figured out. Well, in real sense, I don't have it all figured out. There are times I cry in bed. There are times I ask myself, why do I always feel like my parents understand my siblings more than me? Well, I usually say I've put in a lot of effort to just try show them I am worthy, and I am a good person despite my fallouts, despite my mistakes, and I want the best for them. But all those, how do I say it, everything I do, sometimes I feel like it doesn't breed anything positive. And so for me, I learned to withdraw and to keep to myself, because I said, why am I trying? Like, I've tried that for the last 20 plus years. Right now I have my own kid. It's time I just start focusing on my child, while at the back of my mind I'm still praying for them, and I'm still wishing them the best, and I still hope that they live long enough and they have good health and they achieve all their set goals. And for me, that's basically it. Just loving from a distance, because every time you're trying to project love, and whatever you're coming back is more of negative, rejection, misunderstanding, then you fall into depression. And you'll find yourself every day you're crying because you feel like you are not worthy. And this also resonates around dating. Every time you're trying to date someone and you keep on getting some certain characters, like you're being attracted to people who literally don't care about you. You're being attracted to people who can't call you and ask you, how are you? How are you doing today? Hey, did you have your breakfast? What's your plan? And mostly they think like just texting you, hi, how are you? Okay, have a good day, is enough. And this is someone you're supposedly dating. People who can't wake up and just think, oh my God, this man is amazing. This woman is amazing. She deserves a gift today. She deserves flowers. He deserves a new set of socks. He deserves a shirt. And they don't think like that. And you find like you have friends, maybe male or female friends, and this applies to both gender, who will think, oh my God, nimeona aka kakitu mahali nani Brayo takapoa nayo, and the person is your friend, ama Shiko will look nice in this, and they buy you, and the person you're supposedly dating cannot even think of even buying new flowers at Sopale City Market. And you start wondering, love language ni gani? You were sick and you need someone to help you. Your parents are far, or your siblings, and the person you're with is like, pole, ukipata dawa utanishow. And a friend comes through for you and you're like, wow, who am I dating? Who is this man? Who is this woman? But you're still there and you're clinging. You're clinging to someone you can't call when things are going bad at work and rant. You're clinging to someone who, when you have a really, really deep issue or you're going through an emotional breakdown, you cannot call the person and explain. But your friend, either male or female, gives that to you. But you just see them as a friend and you cannot break that. So why are you with this person when all odds are showing you that rejection is what you're getting? Why are you with friends who do not recognize your value? And this is the thing. For most of us who've suffered rejection, we know from the word go, it's not gonna end well. We know from the word go, this person is not good for me. This man is not good for me. This woman is not good for me. But we still chase. We know at the end of the day, whether we tell our parents how hurt we are, or the things that they're doing are affecting us, or how their divorce devastated us, how we're broken inside, and we're just trying to get someone who will tell us, you are worthy, you're amazing, you're good, and you deserve the best. I love you. You're gonna make it. You're gonna pull through. I am proud of the small steps you've taken in life so far. That is what most people want. Just a small small signs of affection and kindness. Like, I need someone who gets me. That is what most people who feel rejected think at the back of their mind. I need someone who gets me. I need someone who understands my pain. I need someone who understands I am trying. I am trying. And most of the time we don't get that. And that is why you're seeing most people right now wana, by the way. Wana, relationships are violent, nothing is working out, and everyone is walking towards the direction of, I want to live alone. I just want to get a kid with whoever, I get a good job, I stabilize, and I raise my child alone. And I think I don't know if it's a good thing, because the marital culture, the courtship culture is slowly dying down. And then this is what has happened. All the pain people are feeling has been set aside by memes. And let me tell you, you see, me, I read memes and I laugh. But then if you read some of these memes, you can see pain, you can see anger, and you can see someone ranting to the world through an image and through words. But most people only see memes as a source of enjoyment, as a source of laughter, entertainment, and you're like, don't take it too serious. Don't take it too serious. Need jokes too. But even behind jokes, there's always something. Katika yale maneno ya kuchekesha na nini, kuna kitu ambacho mtu anajaribu kueleza dunia, minus the funny ones. We have those ones which are literally funny, but kuna zile zenye they touch you to the core. So what am I saying? So how are you dealing with depression? How are you dealing with actually rejection? Me, I'll say this. I have cried. Nowadays, si rahisi nilie. Because I need you people to understand one thing. Let me just sip this. And this is something I've come to understand the hard way. There are people who hurt us. And trust me, they do not care. These guys do not care. And you will sit down every day and you'll be hurting and you'll be crying and thoughts will be eating you up like, why can't you see me for me? I need you to see me. Nataka unione mimi, like, I need you to get who I am. I need you to understand me. I need you to understand, like, whatever I'm saying is coming from a place of pain. And they still don't see you, they still don't care, and you're there and you're hurting. So after I realized that, then I realized I'm spending a lot of energy trying to understand why some people are treating me the way they are treating me, and I am hurting, but they are not. Are you getting? You're frustrated, but they are not. You're thinking about them, they're not thinking about you. They're thinking about their life, their growth, their development, what they're gonna eat next, where they're gonna go next, what movie they're gonna watch, what they're gonna do tomorrow. So why, again, I ask myself, why am I putting so much energy on people who literally don't give a shit about me? Because if they did, then they'd realize this lady doesn't deserve this. This lady deserves an apology. This lady deserves to be treated in a certain manner. And I want you to reflect on that again. Now, remove me in that image and now put yourself there. Why are you frustrated about situations you can't change, about people who you cannot get them to see you, to understand you, to like you, to love you, to carry you the way you're carrying them, to feel you the way you're feeling them? Why? Because as a matter of fact, their life is moving, they're happy and enjoying, they don't give a damn. So why are you giving a damn? And I will tell you one thing, realizing that doesn't make it easy. It doesn't make it easy for you to heal. It doesn't make it easy for you to move on, but it lessens the pain, because now you start understanding the value that you carry. Hey, I am so valuable. I don't deserve this. I am a good person despite my flaws. I try. I don't deserve this. I deserve someone who's gonna love me if it comes to relationship. I deserve to have siblings who are gonna treat me with respect, who are gonna show up for me the way I show up for them, who are gonna love my children, love my kids the way I love theirs. So if they're not that, so what's the point? What are you fighting for? Because at the end of the day, there has to be a middle, you have to get, there has to be like what, a middle line. What can I say? Lazima mpatane katikati. So why am I trying my best to forgive parents for their actions, for things they have done that have really hurt me and they've broken me, and every time I try to tell them this has affected me, they shush me, and it brings me down, because I keep on thinking, and let me tell you, most people with broken relationships with their parents, this is what happens. Your friends have a really good relationship with your parents, some of your relatives do, and you keep on seeing them laughing, no wanapiga story, and they're chilling, and their family is like, where? And now you start thinking about yours, and you're like, if my parents understood me like this, if my parents just sat down and realized how broken I am because of the insults they throw at me, because of the things they tell me when I'm in need, because of their divorce, which actually just messed me up, then I think we'd be at a good place. But again, I will say this, most of our parents, the generation that my age mates, most of their parents, it's always about them, what they know, what they think is right, what they believe as per how they were raised during the 60s. And as kids, you have no place talking to your parent, telling them how you feel, giving them your opinion. Your place remains at that level of you're a child and they're the parents, so you don't matter. Most parents are like that, and this is why children are really being affected. So what am I saying? Why are you giving out energy that you know as a now, by now you've gone through enough to know you're not gonna get the same back, and you're not gonna get the same kind of energy back? Why? Why are you putting yourself in a situation whereby every day you have to cry? Every day you have to cry. Why? And as I talk about this, I'm gonna touch a little on, I have a friend of mine who passed away, and my friend, he was literally like my best friend, like he was everything, you know. He was going through some sort of depression, and he felt like his family never understood him the way he wanted to be misunderstood. And the thing about this, my friend, name withheld, he sunk into depression, and there's a time he actually became like a drunkard. He was seriously drinking, and talking to him, he'd say like, and this is what he used to say, mbona hawanielewi, you know, I'm emotional, mbona hawanielewi, hakuna mtu ananisikiza, hakuna mtu anataka kusikia kenye mimi nataka, mbona Zoe, mbona hawanielewi. And I think we were really close because I used to understand him, I used to get him, you know. And as much as I knew there's nothing much I would literally do to just change how he was feeling, other than just telling him it's okay, one day it's gonna be fine, you know, one day things are gonna work out. There was nothing else I could do. And I think what has hurt me until today is the fact that he died not a happy person. He didn't die a happy person. He died feeling unloved. He died feeling unwanted. He died feeling rejected. And actually, he died feeling a little bit worthless because I was still living home. He was working at his parents' shop. And some of us, including me, my life had kind of moved on. I got a job. I have a kid. Yes, I separated with my ex. But he felt like all of us, our lives were moving in some sort of way. And I remember the week prior to his death, we joked and we were like, me and you, ni kama tutazeeka tukiwa tu hivi single, tukiwa tu tunapigiana masimu tunacheka. You know. And what hurt me the most is like, I'm talking to someone this week and we're planning stuff. And the next week, the next week, I didn't even know he had died. I'm on Instagram and I see in loving memory of, so and so. And let me tell you guys, the whole of September, was it September and August? I was sick. And I was really sick. Never learned this September. Because of the first weeks, I was sick. And August. And I was thinking, what? Nini inaniuma. And I remember I was diagnosed mara mbili tatu. You know what? Let me just chill a bit. Let me just confirm those dates. I'm even so confused. Imagine it is August, and I'm saying September, and you see my pain is that deep. Like literally, I usually feel like alikufa tu juzi. 8th August, and I'm talking about it. It's like ni September, and I remember after I saw that, I just started becoming sick. Sorry. And I started feeling cold. I was at work, I was shaking and I was feeling cold, and my appetite just disappeared. I became weak. And I remember calling our mutual friend. I'm like, is this for real? Like, is this for real? This person I've just, like, how? We've just talked. We have plans, man. We have plans. We were planning a camping trip in Naivasha just to reminisce on the old days when we used to go on random road trips. And he had called me. He was telling me there was some canvas shoes I had given him. My mom had sent them from the UK and they didn't fit. And I was like, I need those shoes. So can you organize? I was like, okay. It doesn't make sense. And from that day onwards, I became sick. And I remember 1 week I didn't go to work. I used to cry. I used to dream of him. I went to hospital twice. I was misdiagnosed, and then I was taking medicine. First time they said a stomach infection. They gave me medicine. Nikameza siku tatu. I became worse. My heart rate increased. My blood. I started having blood revision and started googling the medicine, only to realize it was due. There was a respiratory whatever. I went back there. I ranted. They said they were doing a stool test. Then they came and told me I have H. pylori. I started a new dose because I was gassed up. And then I used to puke some black things, like they look like coffee in color. I think it's because I was not eating or green. Just as a H. pylori almost finished me. And I remember texting my cousin. I was like, I think I'm going, like, I'm not okay. I can't get out of bed. I'm so weak. I can't put anything down. I can't even see well. I'm losing it. I need help. Only to go to another hospital, and they did every blood test, and they couldn't tell me what's wrong. Then they started telling me blood infection and nonsense. No, I didn't even have that shit. So what was funny is they just gave me medicine for energy. energizer, sijui vitamin what and what, alafu they just gave me an amoxicillin and told me eat or any bacteria that is in your body. Kumezewa amoxicillin siku 2-3, I'm like, I'm not gonna take this shit. So slowly, when August ikaisha nikiwa that messed up, when September was beginning, I decided I'm not gonna take any amoxicillin, I'm not gonna take any medicine. Takunywezo energizer and I'll start eating. My body started recovering. But you see, the medicines I was taking before, the H. pylori and sijui whatever, stomach infections ilikuwa zimenimes, so ilikuwa a bit difficult. Then my cousin, she works anafanya community development. My cousin told me, you know what, Zoe, you are not sick. You were in shock. You were traumatized. And I remember there's a friend of mine who also told me, she's called Najma. She told me you are stressed, and the loss of your friend inajitoa through sickness, but you are not sick. And I never believed. Until now I started researching on trauma. And I realized, I was in shock August yote, half of September. And I started praying. I started telling God, help me release him. Because the way I'm dreaming with him, hadi nilikuwa naenda. Unajua wanasema unaona msee unajua unaenda. And I'd go through our conversations, I'd go through our chats. So what was I saying? My pain was, he died depressed, he died not happy, he died feeling rejected. And I told myself, after that, I choose my own happiness, and I choose to value myself, and I choose to fight for myself. And I'm no longer going to cling to anyone who doesn't see my importance, anyone who doesn't see I am trying, anyone who don't even see the small value that I bring. So I'm talking to you today. What is this one thing that you're fighting? What is this one thing that is really hurting you? What is this feeling that is weighing you down, like literally every day? Do you feel like your friends don't actually support you the way you support them? Do you feel like your family doesn't treat you the way you think you should be treated? And as you think about these things, I need you to understand one thing. We are not perfect. Mimi, as a matter of fact, I am not perfect. And for me to just decide I'll be loving from a distance is the fact that I accepted the fact that probably I might have done something wrong. Maybe. I might have done. And also, I remember the times I have apologized for my mistakes. And then I said, I made my peace. I have apologized enough. I have tried to make up enough for my mistakes over the years. And now I surrender. I surrender not because I hate them. I surrender not because I think I'm perfect and I'm worthy. I surrender because it is time I choose me, and I choose to evolve. I choose to work on becoming a better person. I choose to work towards giving my child all the love she needs, and treating her better than I feel I was treated by my parents. And I'm just gonna say that outright. And these are conversations we need to have, so no judging here. And I choose to actually work on my personality because I understand I have flaws. One, I'm outspoken, and it's a very big problem. And number two, I get angry really fast. Number three, they're just things I don't like entertaining. Evil too. And so I become really rude. And number four, I am too kind. I am too nice. I try to understand people. But as I do that, I forget myself. And I bury myself in people. Trying to see their worth. Trying to say like, ananifanyia hivi lakini si mbaya. Ananifanyia hivi lakini. And this is the thing I was telling a friend of mine. The Bible says forgive. So every time someone has done something wrong to me and I am praying and I feel like I cannot forgive and I have not forgiven, I feel like I'm being a hypocrite. And so I started telling God, as much as I'm praying, I need you to understand that I am fighting these things. I am praying and I am angry. I am worshiping, but I am hurting. And I need you to help me know how I'm gonna deal with all this anger and all this pain and all these tears, and know how I'm gonna forgive. Because I don't know how to forgive. They have hurt me so much, I don't know how to forgive. They have broken me so much that I feel like I have changed. By the way, if you know me, I have a number. I do number like every month. I have changed my number so much because I'm trying to run away from these people who I feel like they have broken me enough. And you see, sometimes there's this song by Chasha Combs, and she says, God doesn't break you to leave you. And I'm coming to understand, with every breaking point someone gets to, there's a better version of you that is supposed to sprout. With every pain, there's a certain realization that you need to get. With every broken promise, with every moment of anger, every moment of disappointment, every moment you feel like people do not value you, there's something that is being molded inside you. But then again, will you take that positively and grow to better yourself? Or will it change you and destroy you to our next thing? You're gonna sink into depression like my friend did. You're gonna turn to alcohol abuse. You're gonna turn to smoking weed. You're gonna turn to just sleeping around for you to try feel a sense of worth. And as I say this, I'll tell you one thing. I remember leaving my marriage and I felt like, hey, shit, I'm not worthy. And I remember every time a man tried to hit on me, I was like, yes, I was believing them. You know why? Because I felt like someone is showing me attention. And you see, the thing about being rejected is the fact that if you get attention, just a little bit of it, then you feel like, okay, finally I'm being noticed. You know, finally someone likes Zoe. You know, finally someone likes you, someone likes Brian, someone likes John, someone likes Kate. And and you end up still making the wrong decision. Just a bit. Sorry, my daughter just walked in. I don't remember what was I saying, because I can't remember the point exactly. This is what I'll say. And oh yes, you need to be fragile enough to understand. You need to be humble enough to understand you're fragile, and even as you go before God, you do not go to God with a spirit of perfection, like I'm perfect, I don't deserve this. No, you go to God with the spirit of humility and the spirit of accepting the fact that yes, you might have done things that hurt them too. Yes, you have wronged them. Yes, they might be disappointed in you. But also, by the time you're getting to that point of fragility, you need to have apologized enough. You need to have tried enough. Tried enough to mend the broken relationships. Tried enough to make peace. Tried enough to bond. And when it gets to that point and you feel like enough is enough, and then you need now to admit you need God's help. Because fighting the spirit of rejection is hard. And I kid you not, you can't do it alone. Me, remember there are times I was telling God, I me at assume. And one day I sat on bed and I told God, I was crying. Imagine, I don't feel like I can pray. I don't feel like I have energy to just tell you, give me the grace to forgive. Give me the grace to forgive these people. And give me the grace to understand I am as imperfect as they come. It takes a lot. And I remember I told him, I can't pray. And you know why I can't pray? Today I'm emotional. I can't pray because I am in pain. And I can't pray because I'm gonna ask you to help me forgive. And I do not want to forgive. That is how serious this thing was. And I was like, if I pray and I tell you, God forgive me my sins, but at the back of my mind I know I'm hating on some people. At the back of my mind I know niko na yani moyo wangu ni mzito, kwa maana watu wamenitenda, watu wamenikosea, au watu wameniumiza. Nimefika mahali ambapo wamenikera mpaka yani sitaki kuachilia moyoni. Nataka nibaki na ule uzito, nataka nibaki na ile hasira, nataka nibaki na ile uchungu, na nataka niwachukie. So mimi sitaki kuomba, kwa sababu najua nitakuambia, Mungu nipe nguvu ya kusamehe. Mungu nipe nguvu ya kuelewa kuwa ni binadamu kama mimi, na kila mtu ni mnyonge kivyake. Unanielewa? Na ikafika wakati ambapo pia nikachoka kutoomba, nikachoka kulia, na nikasoma Biblia na nikajiambia niko tayari. Na nikamwambia Mungu, nina uchungu lakini niko tayari. Nisaidie, nisamehe na nisaidie, kwa sababu unajua zile vitu ambazo umenifanyia si nzuri, lakini juu mimi ni binadamu kama hao, na hao ni familia ndio. Lakini nisaidie niwasamehe na niwapende. Sitaki kukua na uhusiano, lakini nataka nikuwe na nguvu ya kuwaombea kila siku na kusema, Mungu wape uhai, Mungu wape nguvu, Mungu bariki kazi za mikono yao, na Mungu wape afya. Na nika process. So step by step I started to let go. I started to wake up in the morning at 3 a.m. I never used to like this thing of waking up at 3 a.m. to pray, because usingizi ni mingi, but I kid you not, the kind of power prayers at 3 a.m. hukuwa nazo 2 a.m. I pray for peace. Alafu ule wakati ambapo naamka niko sawa, niko na amani. I pray for something, na nikiamka it is there. And that's the thing. I believe in praying so much. I believe in praying. And I don't know if you're an atheist or if you don't believe in the power of faith or in the power of prayer. I don't know. But I pray somehow this changes you. And as I started reading the scripture, I have a book. This is where I write everything I read every day. I read something. Admitting we need God's help is a way of expressing a desire to know God better. Na ule wakati ambapo unamwambia Mungu nisaidie, unanielewa, Mungu nisaidie, na anajibu maombi yako, unaanza kumuelewa. Huyu ni Mungu mwaminifu, huyu ni Mungu ambaye anatenda, huyu ni Mungu ambaye nikisimama na yeye vita zote nitaweza kushinda. You know, and that is and you start understanding the character of God. And sometimes you don't understand the character of God when you're going through so much pain. You can never. But until the things you pray for start happening, something as small as, Lord, today I feel low in spirit, I need joy. And you bump into a friend and the friend makes you crack up, you know, and the friend just says silly things and you laugh and laugh and laugh, and it hits you. Where? When I left my house, sikukuwa hivi, I was so sad, but now I feel energetic. That is your answered prayer. Unanielewa? And then the book I was reading says, let your desire to do God's will be stronger than the power of temptations coming your way. Now, this is what I need you to understand. Rejection, depression, anxiety, hizi zote ni vitu ambazo zinakuja kukufanya uwe mdhaifu. And for me, I count them as tribulations, as temptations, because they're playing with me, y'all. Depression is playing with me. Rejection is playing with me, you know. And I need to snap out of it as fast as I can, because it's weighing me down. But even as I try to fight them, then my desire to live to align myself with God's word, my desire to understand what God expects of me should be greater. Because once I start understanding his expectations, once I start understanding that all these things that I'm trying to fight, he's fighting them behind. But as he fights, he needs me to get something. He needs me to understand something about his character. He needs me to know he is a way maker. So whatever I am going through, he's gonna pull me out of it. He needs me to understand he is a patient God. So I have to be patient myself. I want depression to be out of my way like vavoom. No, it's a whole process, and patience has to be applied. He needs me to understand he's a forgiving God, so I have to forgive. Whoever is leading me into that dark place, whoever hurt me to that extent, I need to forgive and let go. You get? So you have to understand what is God's desire. What is the character of God? What is God's expectation of us? And slowly by slowly then, these things start making sense. You feel like right now, your friend who hurt you, you can say hi to them and you don't feel the pain like you used to. That is God. Your parents have messed you up so much mentally and emotionally, and you've blamed them all your life for whatever is happening to you. But right now, when you call them and you say hi, that pain is not as much as it used to. You can laugh and you're like, wow, last year, 2 years back, I couldn't laugh like this. Your brother, your sister has hurt you so much that you don't even want to see their number on their phone. And right now, you can hear they have a problem and you send them 1,000 bob and it doesn't hurt you. You know. And another point is to walk closer to God. We need to walk away from things that are driving us away from Him. So what is driving us away from Him? We're talking about rejection. And rejection breeds bitterness. Rejection breeds anger. Rejection breeds feelings of vengeance. Rejection huleta saa zingine madharau. Unajipata umeanza tu kudharau watu, you know, because umechoka. So as this rejection and depression is actually really draining us, then we're starting to portray characters that are not in line with what God expects of us. And that basically means the more we sink into this negativity, the more we're drawing away from God. Yeah. And for you to start your healing process, you need to understand these negative things that your rejection and depression is breeding in you, they need to go. Na ndio kwa maana niliwaambia ilifika mahali nikasema, Mungu, sasa niko tayari uchungu unitoke, niko tayari nisamehe, na niko tayari kusonga mbele. So once you now start walking away from this negativity, then now your relationship with God starts becoming like this. And that is when you start getting your answered prayers. So today, what am I saying? I know we are going through a lot. I know people are going through a lot. But I tell you one thing, and this is what I usually say, and I know the era of COVID-19 and the economic hardships, it may breed a lot of people who are doubting God's capability. And this is the thing, this is what I usually say. You don't believe in God, but you want to doubt the power of God. You want to doubt the legitimacy of the Bible. But again, you also believe in a lot of things that you found here and you can't even explain how. You want to doubt the Bible because it was brought with a white man. But the clothes you're wearing were brought to the white man. The English I'm speaking right now, ilitoka kule. The hair I'm wearing, ilitoka kule. You know, the phone I'm using, imetoka kule. So why is it that we are so desperate to doubt God? Because atujui ati kama ni ukweli ama ni nini, ama Biblia ni ukweli ama ni, but we can actually cling to these things that we don't even know where they came from. For me, it doesn't make sense. But then this I'm gonna speak to a believer right now, and I need you to understand one thing. For me, I usually tell people my life has been a roller coaster of pain. And some of the pain I know I caused from the wrong decisions I made, and I paid for them dearly. And some of the pain, the bigger part of the pain, I didn't deserve. That one I can stand firm and say. But then people always ask me, people always say I'm strong, and they ask me, how is it that you don't break? And I will say this today to anyone who's watching and who knows me and has ever asked me that question, and even those who do not know me. See, Ati, I do not break. I break, but I don't show people I'm breaking. I remember the times I used to stay in bed and I cried the whole day. I didn't even want to see my child. Alikuwa kiamka number 2, house help mchukue. My phone was off. I changed numbers. I felt worthless. Suicide was there. And yes, I will tell you, I have tried to commit suicide. And you see, the thing is, the bitter thing is, and the thing that made me wake up is the people who were driving me to that point. Well, wacha kujua, wacha ajiwe. Either way, kila mtu atakufa tu. And that was my wake up call. And those words have stayed with me until today. And one thing I have learned is, as an individual, you have to fight for you, and you have to fight for your joy no matter the cost. And as you do that, don't forget to be nice, don't forget to be kind. And it doesn't mean you hate on people who are causing you pain. No, it means you understand that even them, they're speaking from a human point of view. And remember, man is to err. Man will always make mistakes, and even as they hurt you, then you need to see who they are and work towards not being like them. And the only victory is everyone who's hurt you and who tried to break you, your victory will come in when you treat them with kindness, help them when they are low, even when they don't ask for your help, uplift them, pray for them, meet them and be happy. Don't show them bitterness, and work towards yourself in a way that you become a better version of yourself.
Hi guys.
So that was my baby, anakuanga tu hivyo. As I finish, because I think I can even talk the whole time, this thing of rejection is really hurting a lot of people. But what I'm gonna say is, lastly, I'm trying to look for something here that I read that is gonna impact you. Anyway, what I'm gonna say is this. People ask me like, yo Zoe, how did you manage to stand? You know, how have you managed all the pain? People who really understand and know my story. And I tell them, I remember I tell them I pray a lot. And as I tell them that, I tell them, I'm telling you this not because I am a perfect human being, because I feel I'm so righteous. No. But I learned to pray the right way. And I learned to take God as my friend. And I learned that with humans, you can never put your expectations so high. It doesn't matter who the person is. Is it your mother? Is it your brother? Is it your friend? Is it your cousin? Is it your auntie? You can never rely on humans, because people change and people snap. And you come to this world thinking your family is gonna shield you, but then sometimes most of us end up realizing most people in your family are your greatest enemies. You know, most people in your family really want to see you fall. And I will give you an example, something I never ever want to say in a public whatever, but I remember my father once told me, and he also told my brother, in fact he told my brother, you will never amount to anything. And for me, he told me, Zoe, you will never get married, you will never have a child, you will never get a job until you come on your knees and recognize me as your father. And as he said those words those days, I remember he was he was not a father to us at that particular point. That is why I say, me, I've gone through a lot, and those words really hurt me. And I remember literally I tried living my life in a way that I wanted to prove him wrong all this time. And I got, after some few months after that, I went and moved in with my ex, my baby's father. Kidogo kidogo I was pregnant. Kidogo kidogo things were not working out. I am out. I didn't have a job. Then I started praying, and I told God, you see what? Sawa, alisema hivi, but I have accomplished 2 things. I got married. Not marriage. Engagement. Wacha tuseme tu kama stay for 3 years. Nikapata mtoto. Hizo ni vitu mbili niliprove wrong. Lakini sasa zimesambaratika. I am embarrassed. So I need you to help me. And I understand. I went into that relationship for 3 years. I was there for the wrong reasons. I was trying to prove a point. But I have seen, and what I went through, the beating, the cheating, has shaped me. Now I am ready for the next chapter. And I remember soon or later, a friend of mine called me, was like, yo, you know, you're a good person, you've been my friend, you helped me, nini. That's how I usually say, be kind. Go to this place, there's a job for you. That is how I got my first job. After leaving this in 2016, I got my first job in 2019. And since then, every day for me is a learning process. There are things I've gone through after that are really painful. Maybe as we continue to talk, I'll continue to give stories, and I'm gonna give you my life stories in bits so that you guys can learn something. Because one thing I have come to believe as a now is that I believe I went through all those things because I am supposed to help someone out there. My story is supposed to mentor someone, and I think I am ready for that. I am ready to talk. So what has helped me all through is the fact that I pray. Manze, I pray. Even when I am weak, I usually tell God, God, sina nguvu leo. Sina ile si feel ni kama nitasaidika hata nikiomba. No. But you know my heart. And I'm telling you this because you know me. So mi nalala tu. Mi kuna sana Mungu akifanya tu kenye utafanya, but mi nimechoka. But then there are days that I am so spirit filled. Those are days I will wake up. I try worship every day. I'll put worship. I'll sing in my living room. I will read the Bible. I will go down on my knees and I will pray. And I will tell God, I am ready for you to show me. I am ready for you to do this for me. I am ready for you to mold me. I am ready because I'm tired. I am tired of living like this. I am tired of being angry. I'm also tired of complaining about things, yet you blessed me so much. Then I am very grateful for 1, 2, 3. And even as I am grateful for this, I'm believing you for more. And I've developed a prayer pattern because every day I used to realize my prayer is just the same. So I decided every day I'm going to wake up in the morning, and that is when I bought this book. I'm going to be reading the Bible. I'm going to be writing here. I write a lot. I'm going to be writing here Bible verses. And then every day I'm going to have prayer points. Today I'm praying about this. Tomorrow I'll pray about this. And the next day I'll pray about this. And believe me, if there's anything that has kept me afloat, and if there's anything that has saved me from myself, because trust me, we are our biggest enemies, especially when negative thoughts start kicking in. You can do crazy shit. Is prayer. There was a time I was so desperate. I felt like I nilingia dating sites mingi, just looking for that one person who's gonna be like, I like you and it's real, and you're a good person, you deserve the best, and I'm gonna make you happy. Yo, nilingia mingi wapi. Then there's a time I used to drink every day, Because drinking will make me sleep and I forget. Kuchoma weed will make me sleep and I forget. But wapi, I still was empty. And there are times I can stay even for a week and I'm praying ile, oh God, thank you for today. Sawa, tunalala. Because sina energy ya kuomba. But then I kid you not, those are the days I have the toughest moments. Those are the days tribulations uninyorosha. And then now when I am charged up and I am like, huyu shetani anajaribu kunifanya nisiombe, nisifanye nini, tunamkemea. Then I wake up now and I start praying. Then things just start happening. Revelations come. What I was praying for comes. I was not peaceful. I start having a sense of peace. Someone had said something that had rubbed me the wrong way. I start feeling like I'm ready to let go. So what am I saying? Make it a purpose every day to just pray and worship no matter what you're going through. And I need you to understand one thing. You should stop beating yourself up for situations you cannot change, for people who you cannot change. And you should start valuing yourself enough to understand you are worthy of the same grace you give. You are worthy of the same kindness you extend. You are worthy of the same love you show. You are worthy of the same support you give out. And it doesn't matter if you're not getting it back. And as you're not getting it back, don't weigh yourself down and say, maybe I don't deserve it. No, you deserve all the good things. But you need to understand that man is to err. And being human means that we cannot all think the same and we're not all the same. So you pray God to give you the grace to help people who are literally not treating you right. But as you help, you realize there's a greater reward for you. Ukombele. You don't know what type of blessings you're tapping into. And so you help without complaining. And you love even if it's from a distance. And you pray for their well-being. And as you do that, you have a clear heart and a clear conscience. And then God's grace begins to unveil in your life. The things you prayed for and the things you were hoping for, they begin to manifest. And that is when you start to understand the character of God. That is when you begin to understand that you do not have to repay evil for evil. And kindness goes a long way. Mimi, I say I am a living testimony that prayers work. Sawa watu wana doubt God. I don't know. People will say ni effort yako. But I don't know. But Mimi, I am a living testimony that God works. Because if it was not for God, I don't think I'd be where I am right now. I don't think I'd have the peace I am right now. I don't think I'd start to understand that I am not perfect. Because kitambo nilikuwa nile I am a perfect person, ile perfection mentality. I don't think I'd learn the importance of forgiving and the importance of valuing myself to an extent. I'm not putting myself in situations that are gonna hurt me. Because I know I am weak in spirit. And I know how pain manifests itself in me. So, with that said, I'm looking for something here and then we close. Yes, Proverbs 3:27. In nilisoma juzi, do not withhold good from those to whom it is due when it is in your power to do it. Verse 28, do not say to your neighbor, go and come again, tomorrow I will give it, when you have it with you. And verse 30, very important, do not contend with a man for no reason when he has done you no harm. So go reflect on that. Proverbs 3:27 to 30. Yes. Has been a good ranting moment. Has been a good opening up moment. Yeah. So you guys take care. And thank you so much for everyone who watches my video. And I pray that one day this channel is gonna breed testimonies. This channel is gonna impact lives, and someone will say, I listened to that lady and she sparked something in me. My desire is to inspire, my desire is to change lives, my desire is to just speak to 1, 2, 3, 4 people. You never know. Until next time, I'm Zoe'ivy.